Hello and welcome to this edition of the SC20 News Desk. Gentlemen, can you introduce yourselves and the institution you represent?
Okay, I am Li Changrong, senior at Shanghai Jiao Tong University.
I'm Xuetao Chen, and we are from the same university. and I am the new member in the SC20. I think I have learned a lot from the experience.
Yes. Thank you for staying up late. I know it's late where you are. What time is it?
Okay, its local time is 23. Near
midnight.
Yes, near midnight.
Thank you so much for staying up to tell your story. So what was the competition like, and what challenges did you face?
I think the competition is tough enough.
Actually, we just used an NFC system. NFS, yes, NFS. Yes. At first, but it seems
it did not perform greatly.
Yeah, it seems too weak to carry the work during the competition. So later we changed into
the file system into BGIFs.
Yes, BGIFs,
and figure the IO 500 out in the last 6 hours of the competition.
Yeah, so the score of this term advanced from only 1.5 to 12, but maybe it's still behind very many teams. So we think in the next time of competition, we should spend more time to modifying our clusters, especially the filing system.
What is your advice to future students who may want to enter this competition?
And be familiar with
the rules of the competition. Yes, we all know the VSCC this year is quite different from the SCC before. Yeah, its cluster could be scaled, especially when you use a slum system, and the restriction is not the power but the total budget and some special SKUs. So many teams seem to not to be accustomed with the large change. However, changes always happen, and we have to learn to
adopt to it from time to time.
So maybe this is the most important thing we want to say.
Anyone you would like to thank or extend kudos to, or give a shout out to? Who made it possible for you to do this, and how would you like to say thank you to them?
Oh, of course, our
generally, yes, the advisors gave us many help on
they provided the room and the
snacks and drinks and protection from 360 degrees and
this enables us to focus on the competition, not the things with other from it.
Yeah, and also Andy Howard is the person we thanked should thank. Without him, we may not construct a whole cluster, even at the very time the competition, the final start. He gave us many help on debug and reconstruct our cluster.
And his reply on the Slack is very
in time.
Yeah.
Timely reply on Slack, huh?
Yeah.
Anyone else that you would like to thank?
That's our teammates. Yeah, our teammates.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to say before we conclude?
Compared with SC19 in Denver, US, I came. It seems there are less communication with other teams, and I hope the next year or years later we could reunite it physically. Yes.
Well, I know that planning is underway for SC21 in St. Louis, Missouri. So hopefully we'll be able to all see each other there.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you so much for your time. I know it is late there, so I hope that you are able to get some good sleep. And thank you so much for joining us on the SC20 News Desk.
Thank you as well.